As if tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life. I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my God above for living here today. The flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Hi guys, welcome to Citizen Watch. I kind of wanted to come up here and do an update a little bit on a few things. So I apologize for the promptness of the live. I didn't give much people that much time to get on. So we're just going to start, and if you can't catch today's live, that's okay. Rewatch it and you can see what I have to say. So there's a couple things that I want to go over. A lot's happened. Geez, I know you guys see me posting an awful lot about some of my events, and I think that's the first thing I want to talk about. I'm excited. My team is excited. We actually just brought on some new members to the team, and I'm excited about that as well. So I hope everyone's having a great evening, staying safe, well, I guess it's not really that cold anymore. There's no snow on the ground, at least not in my area. So I can't really say stay warm. So anyway, April 2nd, guys, is a big deal. This is my kickoff campaign event for running for United States Senate in 2022 against county death worthlessness. So I'm excited about that. It's actually, I've kind of made my kickoff a little bit about 100% about the cause and not really about my campaign, but I do stand behind this cause, so it kind of ties in together. So I want to talk about that a little bit. So there is a gala that is going to happen on April 2nd in Effingham at the Thelma Keller Convention Center from 4 to 9 p.m. on April 2nd. And it's going to honor the men and women in uniform. We have a lot of special surprises. We have Trey Taylor coming. I'm excited about that. He's going to be our headlining performer. We have Ashley Bean from the Ashley Bean Band coming. She's going to be singing the national anthem. And Charlotte Sass, she is going to be singing a song that she wrote that she was inspired to write when all the riots happened. So we're excited about those updates. Now we have some other updates that I want to talk about as well. Before I get with that, I'm going to finish talking about the gala a little bit. So tickets, general admission is $125. If you wear a uniform, it's $75. The link is on the description of the event. And if you need it, let me know and I'll send it to you. There's going to be a lot going on. There's dinner, dessert, and let's see, a silent auction and a free raffle. So what the free raffle means is for every attendee that's going to be there, and we're well over halfway sold out already. Max capacity, I believe, is 400. So we should have a big crowd, and we're looking forward to people coming and enjoying the evening with us. It is a black tie affair, so it gives you a chance to dress up, have a night out. And so what the raffle is let me explain this a little bit. It's not your average raffle. What it is, I just called it that because I really didn't know what else to call it other than a giveaway. So what it is there's going to be a number under every seat that's occupied at the gala. And if I call your number out, kind of like me going away, if I call your number out, you win a prize. So you come up, and there's several companies that have offered to do baskets and different gift certificates, whatnot, for the public. I thought it was something, kind of cool for everybody to do and enjoyable. So Now, that's one update. Let's go to the next one. Well, we have some really amazing governor candidates out there. And this is the first time I spoke live about it because I've had to decide what I'm going to do as a candidate for U.S. Senate, who I'm going to back. Now, because this is a live broadcast, I need to make sure that I let everyone know and they're aware of who the filed candidates are right now. That doesn't mean that that's all there's going to be. That just means right now, filed this moment. So we have Darren Bailey, and we have Paul Schimpf, and Gary Rabine. To my knowledge, that's who I see that has filed. No one else has filed. There are a couple other names in there, but those three are the ones that have filed. So I've thought a lot about this, guys, and I've thought about who I'm going to back and who I'm going to support. And I have to go honestly with my gut and my heart. And I need to pick the best candidate that represents the state of Illinois. I want to vote for someone who is real with the people, who cares and has a compassion for doing what's right in the state. Aside from that, I need someone that isn't going to buckle under the Democratic bureaucracy that has been suffocating the state for far too long. Now, out of the three candidates, just if we have to choose from those three, and I know they're not all out yet, but as it stands right now, out of all the candidates, out of the three candidates that I think that are running, that I think is best for Illinois, and someone that isn't going to do what Pritzker's doing and again suffocating the state. Right now, that would have to be Darren Bailey. And when I see Darren in action, here's the thing, guys. When I see Darren in action, I see him talking to everybody. I see him giving his undivided attention to as many people as he possibly can. Now, this is hard for someone running in a higher position. I'm sure I'm going to run into the same thing at some point in time. Although I'm going to try to always make time for everybody, it's a little hard. And the more popularity you gain, the more people you have to see, the more people that come see you. When the numbers grow, it's harder and harder and harder because we're only one person. But Darren, he puts himself out there and he gives 110%. And there's a picture that I saw on Facebook. It's circulating. I helped circulate it. There's a little boy. He's becoming quite famous. From my understanding, his name's Isaac. And I do not know his last name, and even if I did, I wouldn't say it on my life. But he's wheelchair bound. And there's a picture of Darren him floating around. And the reason I chose to share that picture was because it shows the pureness and the love and the creation that God puts in each and every one of us. And it shows the realism, which is really cool to me. It makes Darren Bailey relatable. Now, I'm not saying Paul Schimpf or Gary Rabine isn't relatable, but at the same time, you have to look at who has been fighting for this state for the last year since the shutdown happened. It wasn't Paul Schimpf, and it wasn't Gary Rabine. It was Darren Bailey. He sued the governor. He had enough and he sued the governor. And when he campaigns about what he's done and what he has, what he plans to do, the one thing he's done is stuck by the state. So that's my support for him. Now, I want to give everybody a heads up because I came across something that's very important. And I think it's kind of cool. And the reason I think it's cool, other than the entity of itself being cool, is that we've had a lot of problems with, because of COVID and the shutdowns, we have our elderly in nursing homes, and we're unable to see a lot of them, or in the hospitals. So the reason I'm talking about this is because the Illinois Department of Aging is accepting nominations for the 2021 Senior Illinoisians Hall of Fame Awards. So the link is actually in the comment section. And I grabbed it from Representative Tony McCombie. So I thought that was kind of cool. It'll give us a chance to give us a shout out to the senior citizens that we think need to be recognized for one thing or another that they've done. Now, I want to talk about something else. Guys, this is important. Okay, so something that comes with elections, no matter which election it is. Right now, we're in the 2021 elections. And something that comes to my heart and to my mind is how Republicans and independents and even libertarians are treated with the democratic bureaucracy that is going on. With that being said, there are candidates that are being harassed, bullied, strung along, kicked, shoved, not literally, but just into the dirt because of their beliefs. And what's important is these very people that are getting kicked to the dirt, so to speak, by their opponents and or the city ordinances or the city that they're running in. It's despicable and it's shameful. And the people that are responsible for doing this should be ashamed of themselves. It takes guts to run. It takes guts to take on the democratic bureaucracy of this state. Because we have to fight like we've never fought before. Now we're fighting for freedoms. We're fighting for our Second Amendment right. We're fighting for women's rights. It's insane. So for that kind of fight, for someone to have, and for someone to step up and say, you know what, I'm not just going to talk about it sitting on my couch. I'm going to run for something, whether it's for mayor or for Senate or for governor or for, something in your district or, a councilman or it doesn't matter what position. But there's one in particular that I want to bring to light. This takes place in Mattoon, Illinois. I want to make sure I said that right. I have a couple of friends that might correct me if I don't. So Mattoon, Illinois. So there's a mayor race going on in Mattoon, guys. And it's getting ugly. And it's getting mean. And it's getting very judgmental. Now, with that being said, I want to kind of give a shout out to one of the candidates that's running, excuse me, Alex Walker. Let's talk about Alex for a minute. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. My throat's dry. Excuse me. My throat. Excuse me. I must have swallowed wrong. Okay, so brought tears to my eyes. Gosh. I'm not crying, guys. Okay, so let's talk about Alex Walker for a minute. Alex Walker is a human being that decided to step up, take responsibility for what he can and cannot change, and how he can help Mattoon. I am so sorry, guys. My throat just went, I don't even know what happened. And in the process of this, he has been ridiculed. He has been slandered. And he has straight been lied on. Now, I get that that's politics. I know that that happens no matter what. But this is exactly what we don't want anymore. This is what we're tired of, guys. And it shouldn't be this way. And I know it is, and I've accepted that. I have to deal with that in my race. I get it. But my point is this. If you're in Mattoon, and Alex Walker, he's going to door knock at, pretty soon, I'm sure, comes to your door, give him a chance to listen to him talk, because you will be blown away. I fully support Alex Walker, 100%, and his efforts and what he's doing. The type of person Alex is commendable, to say the least. He takes a lot of blows, a lot more than usual. And he's still standing, and he's still supporting, and he's still trying to do what's best for his city. He is running for mayor of Mattoon. And I am proud to call him my friend. Like I said a minute ago, I get that the name calling and the bashing and whatever else they try to pull is going to happen. We can't stop that. But what we can stop is ourselves and our own decisions. This is what the new up and coming candidates are trying to push. We are trying to push a fair election and to where all the candidates have a fair chance to come out and say what they got to say and try to get your support. Now, I guess the thing that bothers me is the Democrats don't have a problem, or most Democrats. I'm not going to say all because I'm actually friends with one. So it's not all Democrats. There's some rhinos that are just as bad, if not worse, because they're defining their own. So, it's important, but the Democrats are doing enough by passing bills and legislation that is not good for the state. Then on top of it, they'll do whatever they have to stay on top. I'm just here to say that I don't agree with that. I don't think it's right. And I think that it's a bunch of people acting like 10-year-olds arguing over a toy. Folks, that is not what we're here for. We are here to fix this state, one county at a time. And for people like Alex Walker and Darren Bailey and myself, that's all we want to do. We want to fix this state. We want to bring it back to the natural beauty that it's always been. And it's just covered with filth and dirt from the democratic system. People like J.B. Pritzker and Mayor Lightfoot and some others that I won't name, but their agenda is to destroy this state. Our agenda, even though some are running for district, some are running for governor, some are running for mayor, some are running for U.S. Senate, we're all a team, we're all together. We all help each other. This is what people don't see. They don't see the Republican side that is actually working together with other candidates to help push them through. What they don't see is people like me going to Mattoon for an event for Alex and bonding together to where we can be strong for each other in our races. So my advice to everybody that's listening, and it's usually my followers, so you agree anyway, but if anyone is listening that is a Democrat or a different party that doesn't agree, my advice would be this: be kind, smile. Remember what our world was like pre-COVID and before the intense trash talking. Again, I get it. It's going to happen. Because that's their only line of defense. When you don't have a leg to stand on and you don't have an argument to win, that's what you resort to. And the people of Illinois are way smarter than that. And they know that. They know that their line of defense is exactly that, because that's all they have. So again, I'm going to reiterate the few that I've chose to stand behind and back. Darren Bailey and Alex Walker, two different positions, two different counties, but two amazing, extraordinary men that care about this community and care about the state of Illinois. Well, I also want to talk about what I'm going to wrap up real quick. I wasn't intending it to be this long, but that's okay. The other thing I'm going to talk about is Sunday night, which, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow night is my Q&A on Citizen Watch. And what that is, and we had a little bit of distraction last week. There was a few things. I didn't realize that my profile wasn't public, my regular page, so I had to make it public. So what I'm going to do to encourage everybody tomorrow night so that all the questions get answered, because they weren't all getting answered. I did go in afterwards and answer them, but I want to make sure they're all on the same page. So tomorrow night's Q&A is at 7 o'clock. It's from 7 to 7:30, I believe. Might go a little over, depends on how many questions I have. So the best place to go there is my Senate page. Because the comments on my right-hand side that I can see are all of my Senate page. I don't know why they're not linking to the other pages. I'm live off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages right now. So they all should be coming in, but they're not. So I need to figure that out. Until then, log on to my Senate page on Facebook and ask your questions there. Again, it starts at 7 o'clock, ends about 7:30. If I need to go longer, I will. Depends on how many questions are coming in. So what that does is it's a general Q&A. So it gives you the opportunity to ask me any questions you'd like about my candidacy. Monday night, oh my gosh, guys. So Monday night at 7:30, from 7:30 to 8:30, we have a serious roundtable coming at you. And I want to explain, let's see if I can get, okay, hold on 1 minute. I gotta go to my Senate page. I want to list the guests that are coming. And we have some amazing guests. We really do. My life keeps coming up on my page because I'm currently doing it. So for Monday night, the roundtable discussion and I can't find it. So we have about, I think, 6 different people coming. Chad Grimm, Donnie Henry, Mark Flegel, Courtney Parador, and many, many more. Kimberly Brooks, she's actually my chief of staff, but she's going to be sitting in for her daughter, Elizabeth, because she's got a paper due. So we have some amazing guests coming in. We will have Republicans. We will have, and Alex Walker will be joining our live roundtable. So that's going to be exciting. So we have independents, libertarians, Republicans, and Democrats all in one show. This is why I do what I do, guys. It's in my title, Citizen Watch, where your voice matters. So it's important to me that everybody has a voice and everybody's heard. That's always been important to me. So with that being said, we're going to welcome a slew of people tomorrow or Monday night. I can't wait for a roundtable. And then the week after that, I have a really big surprise for everybody. I have an amazing guest that's coming on, and he's going to talk a little bit about, I think it's the week after that. If not, it's the next week after that, but I'll double check and I'll post up. But either way, pretty soon here, we're going to have Trey Taylor on my Citizen Watch, and he's going to discuss and talk about the event for the gala. So I'm excited about that. I think that's about all, guys. I think that's all my updates. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment sections. And if I don't see it right now, I will get back to it. This is always available for a rewatch. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a nice evening, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 7.